This is the first ever partnership between the Entertainment Software Association, Games for Change, Tribeca Film Festival, and the U.S. Department of Education, which is really exciting. We were approached by the Department of Education about this, and they had this vision of tacking a day onto the beginning of Games for Change and making it education only.
What we're trying to do really here is start or accelerate a conversation. So it's not about just coming in and listening to some people talk. It's about bringing together folks that don't always talk to each other that should, right? So educational researchers, game developers, students, teachers, parents, bring them together and say, what do we need to do? How can we use games to solve some of the persistent challenges in education? Challenges that have just frankly been around too long that games have the ability to improve.
There's a lot of research here around the benefits of playing games, playing digital games for health and for learning. So the connectedness between how kids develop on a pathway to learning as well as their healthy habits for life was something that really compelled us.
Is the idea that the timing is right. You know, I wouldn't have said it 5 years ago or 3 years ago. There's something in the fact that, you know, you have the U.S. Department of Education speaking about it proudly, you know. We have the gaming companies joining in. We have this passion in the room. I think that the time is right for really serious initiatives that are long-term in their scope.
I'm thrilled about the energy and the excitement that we feel around the topic of games for learning. It's one that I felt for a long time. Ever since I was a teacher in a classroom, I felt there's a sort of excitement around how we could use games for learning. What really sort of makes me very happy is to see this energy kind of becoming contagious as people are starting to realize how effective good games for learning can be.
Oh, I'll tell you what's exciting about getting in a room with 200 people and talking about games and learning. It's this 200 people. The people who came to this event, the people who are here, are people who are just so incredibly knowledgeable about games and knowledgeable about education, and it's just incredible experts coming together who want to do things that they couldn't possibly do alone, and that potential is so exciting.
I felt like I was talking a little bit to 200 people that would have hated me in school because I wanted to do things differently. But then as I've got to speak to people individually and hear their thoughts, they're crying out for change. They're crying out to hear from people like myself and companies like Ubisoft.
I think actually the summit is historic. I think that the White House's involvement in things like the National STEM Video Game Challenge, which we launched with the Entertainment Software Association and others, 5 years ago, the connectedness of the education reform discussion to playful games-based learning, the rethinking about how assessment can be done in different ways, which is not yet mainstream, but I feel it coming on.
Now is the right time to focus on learning games and educational games because of the way technology is going to come sweeping into schools. Up until now, technology in schools has been kind of peripheral, it's been on the side of the room. We're going to be in a situation very soon where every student and every teacher are going to have their own tablet or their own computing device 24 hours a day, and they're all going to be networked and they're all going to be ubiquitous, and the opportunity for powerful educational media connected through the internet is going to be unlike anything we've seen before.